Good morning. Good morning there. How are you this morning? I'm so glad that you all have decided to join me this morning, this afternoon, this evening. You might listen to this broadcast later, but if you're here this morning and you join in later, I'm so grateful for you. It's that time, 9 o'clock a.m., and it's time for 9 for 9 with me, Pastor Carzadean. Listen, I'm so grateful to be here this morning, and I'm so grateful that we have so much to be thankful for. I just want to ask the question, up for the challenge? Are you up for the challenge? This is Monday Matters, and we know we get our week started thinking about those things that matter, those things that will help us get through the day and the week. Listen, go ahead and tag somebody, and I'm going to be right back. Up for the challenge? Hey, I said I'd be right back, and I am here. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Listen, this morning, up for the challenge, are you? What challenge? Anything that, excuse me, may be your goal. What is it you need to get done? How are you going to do it? Up for the challenge to facing whatever life presents today? People say life is life, and hey, listen, living is living. Are you up for the challenge? Whatever comes your way, whatever your boss may put on your desk this morning as a surprise, or whatever you've planned for, and maybe things just don't work out like you put all that planning into. Ever planned a huge event? Oh goodness, and it's outside, and all of a sudden there's a rain forecast. You know you've got to do some switching up, some changing. That's why you always have a backup plan, okay? Plan for that rainy day. But are you up for the challenge to meet the very goals and the things that you need to get done, to go forward in life, to pull some things maybe from your past into your present so you can go into the future? Let me go ahead and give you Romans 15 and 4. It says this: for everything that was written in the past was written to teach us. Talking about the word of God now, so that through the endurance taught in the scriptures and the encouragement the scriptures provide, we might have hope. Listen, everything that was written in the past was written to teach us for the present and to provide encouragement to get us into the future. Hope in the future. You know, sometimes we have to reach back to come forward. Wow. Our history may have to be revisited or reviewed. Our very life and existence may have to be confronted or examined. Are you up for the challenge? Do you really want to go into your past and find some things? Hey, many of us want to know, where did we come from? What happened in our past? But are you up for the challenge to find out some things that may, hey, be good, and some things that might not feel so good, but it's your history? Are you up for the challenge? Listen, I pulled out a few relics, ancient things, old things that I have around me. This is a cup that, and my positivity is in there this morning. My uncle made for me probably 20, 25 years ago. It's been a long time. He's gone on now. But this was one of the things that I do cherish. And it's a relic that means something to me. Y'all know me by Carzadean, but my family calls me Josie. And that's what he made this with. And it has the Our Father's Prayer on here, made with his hands. He did great crafts and great things. So that's a part of my history, that I had an uncle who could make just anything. Oh my gosh, he made banks and bows and, oh my goodness, all kinds of things. I can remember a symbolism of Jesus with the cross that my mom had for years and years, that uncle made. But this relic actually belonged to my oldest aunt that I knew, my Aunt Gertrude. And I'm so grateful for my Dina, my FC, my cousin, who blessed me with this relic. And it's ancient, it's old, and I know she had it forever. So I'm grateful for that. So sometimes we look in our past at some of the things. I always wonder when she acquired it. I wonder how many cups of tea she poured from it. Did she do coffee and tea? So you think about those things. What was going on in her life at that time? When Uncle was creating this, what was going on through his mind at that time? What kinds of things was happening in his life? And so when we start to look at the things around us that we have that are older, those things that were given to us or inherited, I have an over 200-year-old Bible that Uncle also gave me. Oh my goodness. I put it in a Bible case because I'm scared to turn the pages because they're so fragile. But I always wonder, whose family did that originally belong to? Oh my God, who actually touched it and read it and turned the pages? And so sometimes we've got to go back in our past and come forward to the present in order to have hope in the future. And our hope in the future comes from the fact that the scriptures were written for encouragement and they provide hope. Listen, are you up for the challenge for looking at your past, dealing with your present, and being able to go forward in the future? We sometimes they say don't dwell on the past. And that means the hard things, the horrible things, but sometimes we have to dwell in the past. We have to put ourselves in those situations that maybe our mothers and our grandmothers went through. We have to look back and say, hey, it was hard for them. Hey, they really had to go through some stuff. Sometimes we don't dwell on it, but we have to dwell in the past. We have to be very cognizant and make sure that we are aware that somebody went through something to help us get to where we are. So our present will not be our present without our past. And in our present state, we have to be aware that there is still encouragement, there is still hope to go forward in our future. Listen, the relics and the ancient objects, the old things, look around your home. There is something you have that you've had for a long time, and you don't even know where it came from. Sometimes we go into shops and we pick up things. I have, oh my gosh, a, a craving, or I enjoy looking at antiques. I used to go into the antique store, and there used to be a huge store on Victory Drive and Bull Street here in Savannah. It's gone now. I think there's a SCAD building there. But when you walked into that store, I would literally feel the presence of the spirituality of the things that were there because of the people, I guess, who had owned them. And it would always be an eerie feeling. But I love antiques. I love going and looking at old things and wondering who had this? Where did it begin? What's the family story and history behind it? So, do you really want to know your past? Listen, are you up for the challenge? So, on this Monday Matters, why is this important? Because are you up for what you did in the past, even last week, that will help you through today, the present, and get you through the week, the future? Do you really want to know your past so you can clear up your present? There may be some things in the past that need to be fixed, y'all. There may be some things in the past that are going to spring you forward. But do you really want to know your past so you can clear up your present and look forward to going into your future? For everything that was written in the past was written to teach us. Therefore, we have to learn so that through the endurance taught in the scriptures, there is endurance. There's a stick to itness. There's a, hey, I've got this. That's taught in the scriptures, and the encouragement that they provide, we might have hope. And hope takes us into our future. Oh my goodness. Listen, go ahead and encourage someone else by sharing this message. I appreciate you this morning. Yes, I do very much appreciate you all this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Thank you, Brother Smith. I see you. Good morning. Thank you for joining. Whether you're in the chat or whether you're not, whether you look at it this morning or later this afternoon, you are appreciated. Hey, this is my past, my present, and my future. That's Mama. Hey, listen, those people have impacted our lives. Go forward and make them proud. Okay. So, with that said, I'm going to get ready to go because I need to get into my cup of, hey, and this is my cinnamon apple this morning. Ah, won't you have yourself a cup? of positivity to get your day started. Wow.